All right, figured I'd do a quick rundown of my bag, what I brought. I'll give you a quick shot of outside and then we'll break down what's on the inside. So up top here, I have a shelter. I just keep that in case. That's just a little canvas shelter I've made. You've seen it in some of the other videos. Got a sweatshirt here. Got my Savota mat over here. That thing's bomb-proof. And on this side, I keep all my food. My cook set sits inside there. On the front of the bag, I've got my first aid kit, a fairly substantial first aid kit. Can cover a couple people. And a fire kit next to that. Up here, I keep my lights and rope. I've got a little ditty bag full of that, and all my computer batteries, my gimbal, pretty much anything electronics sits up here. And then inside, we'll flip that out right now and I'll show you. So here it is. Here's what I've got in my bag. My bag does change a little bit from winter to summer. But in this case, I went a little heavy. Wasn't planning on hiking as far as I did, but I did either way. So here it is. First off, I've got the Savota bed mat. This thing is incredibly tough. They have some really good videos of doing some hardcore testing on it. Then next, I've got Snug Pack. This is their summer bag. It's a jungle bag. I just picked this up, so this is going to be the first night, but you can see the size there. I've always had winter bags. I've never had a summer bag, so I'm excited to use this. If people are interested, I can try to do a review on it and go into more of the specs. It's just awesome that it packs down so small. Temperature rating is around 45 degrees and right at about 2 pounds, so pretty nice. Very impressed. My jacket is also a Snug Pack. You've seen that in some of the videos, and I'll show that here in a second. Just the quality of their stuff is outstanding. After that, I've got this Big Agnes mat. It's a winter mat. Since I knew I was going to be sleeping on lava rock, I wanted a little extra comfort, so I'll have that paired with a Savota to try to keep from having something massive stabbing me in the back all night. I also always bring a poncho just in case, just a general snap together poncho, and went a little crazy with a chair this time. That added some weight, but I'll show you that. Last couple videos, all I've been doing is sitting on snow or pine boughs, so I thought it'd be nice to have a chair this go round. Down over here, this is my clothes, just a little bit of sleep kit. I've got underwear, socks, some long johns if the temperature drops, and shamog in there. Over here is my cook kit. I'll break that open here in a second. This is my first aid kit. It's all around. I've got splints, I've got trauma bandages, minor scrapes, cuts, bruises, some medicine, and some abilities to flush and cut if it's anything really bad. So this does take up a lot of space. It's a lot of weight, but this should be your number one priority. If you don't have a first aid kit, get one. At some point, I can go down and break down the contents of what I carry. But just look up. My Medic has some really good stuff out there. Then down here is my fire kit. I'll break that open in a second. Actually, I'll just show you right now. So I've got some rope in there. And I think I've shown this before. This has a lighter and some matches, waterproof case. I've got a blast match, which is a little ferro rod striker, and sharpening stone, piece of magnesium with flint striker on it, or excuse me, a ferro rod striker. And I always keep some fat wood in here. I've shown that in some of my other videos. And more strikers, and then just some little quick light fire goodies. So it's kind of my all-around kit that I always keep in there. Always has multiple ways to start a fire and some fat wood, so I always have some tinder. Over here, this is what I keep my lights and kind of some random items. I've got a Right in the Rain pad in the front, and this is just a little VanQuest pouch. Show you the contents here. See if we can see that. So over here I have a Lucy light. I'll do a full review on that probably tonight. Might be a secondary video. I've got a light stick, pencil for my writing. This is a Sawyer water filter right here, and in the back is the bladder for it. And right here I've got my little Gideon's Bible, so I can do some morning devotionals or evening. Then next over, I have a Leatherman space blanket, and I have some hand warmers behind that. And then I always go light heavy. So this is a little through night TS1. It's just a little lantern. That thing is super handy. O-light headlamp and a Phoenix hand light. This is their 10,000 lumen. This thing is a bit too heavy, but amazing light. I'll try to catch some footage tonight showing how far that goes. Between all those and this Lucy lantern, yeah, I just have tons of backup for lights. So that's in there. And over here I've got my Scrama I'm going to use to cut the sagebrush. This thing has been amazing. I use this in multiple winter videos. It's all beat up because I'm very hard on it. Actually, all my equipment is generally a little bit dirty and a little bit beat up because I use it. The Mora Spark, seen this multiple times. I always bring this. Fantastic knife, inexpensive, only about 30-40 bucks. Has a little ferro rod striker in here, and this is what I've used on all my winter outings. I've had one for about 10 years previous before this. And the bright blue, I'm not a big fan of, but it's so I can see it at night, or just if I have black, it's going to blend in with everything. So I started getting some brighter colors. And then a pair of leather gloves. I always bring those. I've also in my clothes, I got a couple liners for the gloves. So I think that just leaves my cook kit and coffee cup. So didn't feel like bringing a little plastic one. I like this one. It's just a cool looking cup, so I brought it. And it hasn't broken yet. So I'll pause here, show you what I got in the cook kit. All right, this is just a little MSR. This is the Blacklight aluminum set. I've had this for 20 years, yeah, and I'm still using it. So it's just a nesting dish, just 2 pans. I got some paper towels here shoved in the bottom, and then I keep my little fuel canister in here if I can't get a fire going. It seats nicely. This is a little handle that comes with it. Actually, I don't know if it came with it. I bought it though. It's still MSR. So you don't have to worry about a handle sticking out. You just, let me show you around here. This just clamps on, and it's been super handy. As you can see, all this stuff, like I said, a little beat up, but still working fantastic. And this, got my spork. And then this is my little backup stove if I can't get a fire going that I use with that fuel. And I've also had this, so right about that 20-year mark as well. It's by Markhill, and it's just got a little striker. Here's your fuel shut off, and your little striker right there. You can barely see it. It's probably not even coming up on camera. So that is what I carry in my cook kit, and I also have back behind me, it's just a bag full of tea, coffee, salt, hand sanitizer, just kind of a drink bag. And then the jacket, just in case it gets really cold. This is a Snug Pack fiber jacket. It's just lined with all this heavy pile, fiber pile. This thing has been wonderful. There's a little marsupial pouch in the front and a map pouch. Zips and vents on the side. So anyways, if it gets really cold, I think it's supposed to get down. I'm in high desert, so even though it was hot today, it'll probably still get down to around the 40s tonight. So all right, that's what I've got. Most of the stuff that I have on here, I will put links to if you're looking at getting into bushcraft or just some camping this summer. This is stuff I've used for, other than the sleeping bag. This will be a first run with that, and a first run with this chair. But the rest of this I've used hard. I'll put links to all the gear I use, some Amazon links below in the comments. And yeah, if anything interests you, pick it up. I can vouch for everything that I've tried here.